Vision.
Hey everyone, Dave here, and right now I'm geeking out over the Garfunkel and Oates TV series on IFC.
Dave's Obsession of the moment.
Since you're in the demographic of people who watch nerdy videos on the internet, you're probably familiar with Garfunkel and Oates, the comedy music duo featuring Riki Lindholm and Kate Micucci, who rose to prominence on YouTube with their snarky, satirical, twisted, vulgar, absurd, relatable, self-deprecating, catchy as hell songs. Or at the very least, you're familiar with Riki and Kate's individual work in their many television and film appearances. But you probably didn't watch their short-lived IFC TV series when it was on the air because it was short-lived. Even I didn't see it until it hit Netflix, officially making me part of the problem. But now it is on Netflix and on DVD, so you have no excuse anymore. Created by Riki and Kate, directed by Fred Savage, and featuring appearances from favorites like Natasha Leggero, Busy Phillips, Sarah Burns, Kevin Pollak, Jason Ritter, TJ Miller, Tig Notaro, Steve Agee, Chris Parnell, Nick Thune, Ashley Johnson, Jonah Ray, Kumail Nanjiani, freaking Sir Ben Kingsley, and... well, it would have been a crime if they hadn't given him a cameo. The show documents the day-to-day struggles of Riki and Kate's lives as a comedy music duo. And before you run to the comments, yes, I know what other TV show you're immediately gonna compare this to.
Whoa.
And yeah, these shows do have some things in common. They both feature a beloved comedy music duo ostensibly playing versions of themselves, living together in an apartment as they encounter the situations that inspire their songs. Only one of the two shows got the real Garfunkel, and the other one got the real Oates. Half of each duo now plays a recurring character on Milo Murphy's Law. The similarities are there, but the approaches the shows take are very different. Flight of the Conchords is set in a very heightened, bordering on surreal world. The situations Brett and Jermaine find themselves in are outlandishly cartoony, and they react with extreme understatement. At no point watching the show do you think this is something the real Brett and Jermaine have gone through, or the way they would react if they had. By contrast, the Garfunkel and Oates series feels more autobiographical. Yeah, some of the situations are clearly fictionalized sitcom scenarios, like the rejected third member of their group, or the time they meet their own porn parody. But even then, Riki and Kate still react in a way that you might expect actual people to react. And there are several stories that focus on things women in comedy actually have to deal with.
God, a lot of people want us to make them sandwiches.
Well, it's nice to think we can cook.
And my husband just adores you.
Oh, thanks.
You're his freebie. I told him he could have sex with you and I'd be cool with it. Not you.
Any personal experience that might have shaped the stories on Flight of the Conchords has likely been warped beyond recognition, but Kate and Riki's personal experience shines through in the Garfunkel and Oates stories. Flight of the Conchords is rightly revered as a great comedy show, but Garfunkel and Oates is a far more personal comedy show. I'm not saying one of these approaches is inherently better than the other, I'm just saying there's room for both of them, and they can both make for hilarious television. In fact, despite the surface-level similarities to Flight of the Conchords, there's a far stronger comparison to be made between this series and early seasons of Seinfeld, documenting the day-to-day events that inspire a comedian's material.
This has to be our new song.
Oh, yeah. We could call it The Fadeaway.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, as much as I do believe there to be autobiographical elements in this series, I don't necessarily think that Riki and Kate are playing 100% true-to-life versions of themselves. I don't know them personally, but I figure that any self-portrayal for comedic effect is going to be at least a little bit fictionalized. But based on what I've heard from them in interviews and podcasts and commentaries, I do believe that the television versions of Riki and Kate are based on highlighting certain aspects of their real-life personalities. In keeping with the spectrum of snark to sincerity found in the duo's songs, the show has an overall tone of cynical optimism manifested in the duo itself, where Riki tends to take on the cynicism and Kate tends to take on the optimism. Throughout the season, Kate's childlike innocence is often held in contrast to Riki's derisive skepticism. And on a day-to-day basis, Riki's worldview is often validated, as they constantly face failed endeavors, defeated expectations, and a generally cruel world.
Look on the bright side.
What's that?
I don't know, isn't that supposed to be your job?
But it's in the face of all this defeat that their bond as a duo grows stronger and stronger. and together they can take on whatever the world throws their way.
We're strong now, Dennis, and we are doing stuff on a level that you can't even see.
I can't see it.
You can't. You can try to keep us down, but it's never going to work, so you might as well give up.
And despite their seemingly designated roles, the strength isn't just in Kate's optimism lifting up Riki. The strength comes from the duo's bond together. When Kate's crushed beyond hope, even the usually cynical Riki will step up and provide hope for her. The show's theme song is a peppy, upbeat, inspirational anthem about how you can do anything because you're awesome.
Dream your dreams into the sky. Oh yeah, you really got it. Yeah, now you really got it. Yeah, hey, you really got it. Yeah, don't stop being cool.
And the final song of the series is a sober, melancholy, and yet even more inspirational song about how you actually can't do everything because you're a loser. And that makes you even more awesome.
You are such a loser, good for you. It's something that a lot of people can't do. Trying is hard, that's why people don't do it. Losing is hard, they can't make it through it, but not you. You are such a loser.
Despite its unfortunately short run, this show is about a lot of things. In its 8 episodes, it touches on struggles with career, relationships, social politeness, and adulthood in general. But one of the most important things it's about is the power of Riki and Kate's friendship, and the support they provide for each other when they need it most. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen how this show could have developed over the course of many, many, many more seasons, but in the meantime, I'm grateful for the season we did get. And I'm grateful for all of Riki and Kate's future endeavors, be they as a duo or individually. So check out these 8 delightful, heartbreaking, wonderful, hilarious episodes on Netflix or on DVD, and until next time, this is Dave, signing off.
You are such a loser, good for you. It's something that a lot of people can't do. Trying is hard, that's why people don't do it. Losing is hard, they can't make it through it, but not you. You are such a loser. You are such a loser. Here's to you, 'cause you deserve a cheering section too.